Hello. All right. I had another great question from a coaching client that I thought might be helpful for you to hear. She had sent me a message saying, she had a 3-day weekend. She was really struggling to feel motivated. And I want to talk about this whole feeling motivated thing. Okay. What we have to do to keep our sanity with this, to get to where we want to go, is to start to separate out actions from feelings, facts from feelings. Feelings will come to you for all different reasons, all different stimulations that will cause you to feel things. You could be driving to work, somebody cut you off, you feel anger. Like literally, if you want to see how quickly your emotions change through the day, take a sheet of notebook paper, and every time you feel something, write it down. You'll be writing all day. You then get to work and somebody is telling you about their weekend and you're feeling bored or uninterested. Then you go sit at your desk and you see your pile of work and you're feeling overwhelmed, right? Like literally, as you process from the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed, every single situation you're in produces a feeling. Now, I want you to think about if you allowed every one of those feelings to be like a kid pulling at your skirt or your pants, saying, "Mommy, mommy," or "Daddy, daddy, do this, do that," and you're constantly changing direction because of that kid pulling on your pants, you would never get anything done. Like, you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever had toddlers or been around toddlers, they're a ball of energy, right? If they represent feelings and every time they tug on your pants, you're having to go do something else, then whatever you set out to do that day doesn't get done. So what we have to do is give ourselves permission to acknowledge the feeling. Right now I'm feeling agitated. Right now I'm feeling angry. Right now I'm not feeling motivated. But I'm going to choose to do the action that I set out to do today anyway. I tell my kids, imagine feelings are a river. So you're standing at a river and you see these leaves just floating by on the river, and every leaf represents a different emotion. Unless you stop and pull it out of the water, it's just going to go right by. Like, no sooner did you not feel motivated, but then you heard a great story or watched a great video on YouTube and now you're super motivated. And it comes and goes just that quickly. So what we have to remind ourselves is, and this is what I would say to myself, Heather, you can have whatever emotion you're having right now. There is no judgment. There is no shame. You sit with that emotion. But today when we woke up, we had written out what we're going to eat for the day. We had written out all the actions we were going to take. We had a plan of action here. You have a job to do, whether it's going to a legit job or whether it's, being a legit parent at home, raising your kids or whatever. You have something you're supposed to be focusing on. You have actions you're supposed to take. And if I'm a fly on the wall, do I see you doing those actions? So it goes back to actions are visible. I can see them. Feelings are invisible. I can't see them. So unless you react to them, it's kind of like there's a ghost hanging out in the room with you. Unless you react to it, right? No one else knows it's there. You can feel whatever you feel. And I'm not saying to not deal with your feelings, but I'm saying do not let your actions for the day be influenced by what you feel, because a lot of those feelings that feel very strong, very overwhelming, very powerful, over time, 2 days from now, will not feel that way. And what will happen is you will sacrifice your progress today for a fleeting feeling, whereas if you had stayed the course with your actions, you would start to build resilience. You would start to build self-efficacy, self-esteem, because what you would know is I'm stronger than my emotions. Like, I feel these things, but I don't let them run the show. I run the show. My plan runs the show. And I know I have these feelings and I'm definitely working through them, whether I'm journaling, whether I'm seeing a therapist, a counselor, but I'm not going to let them be the thing that derails me, because no sooner do I feel sad, but then I feel happy. And if I feel depressed, and then I feel excited, right? Like, these feelings all come and go at different points of the day, of the week, and we have to expect that. Let them pass through like the leaves on the lake without grabbing them, making them mean something, fixating on them. Observe, there goes the feeling of no motivation. I'm going to choose to do the action anyway. And then tomorrow, who knows what I'll feel, right? Because those feelings are going to come and go. So I hope this helps. And this is kind of how I started working on emotional eating too. I realized a lot of the things I was feeling that drove me to go eat, I could choose not to pick up. I could choose not to let distract my actions. I could choose to just do what I was planning on doing, let that feeling pass through me without judging myself because of it. Heather's not a bad person because she's feeling bored, uninterested, whatever. I stopped making a story about how I was not a good person because I felt these things, and I just let them go. And so I hope this message helps, but don't expect yourself to feel motivated, happy all the time. I think that's another problem in our society is we all believe we should always be happy, always be motivated. That's not true. You're not going to feel that all the time. There's no way you can. So letting that go as well and kind of just being okay with feeling different emotions and then appreciating when you feel motivated and happy even more because you realize it shouldn't be there all the time. You have a fantastic day. Please like and subscribe to me on YouTube. I would love to help get people to see my videos, to have a better relationship with food, weight loss, and themselves. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.